Anyway, let's move on to the next term, embolden. Embolden. Its meaning is encourage or strengthen or give someone the courage or confidence to do something. That is the meaning of embolden. Alright, so it is a verb. Alright, and let's see an example. Educating the youth in this way would embolden them to seek out better job opportunities in the world. Okay, so would embolden them means that would strengthen them or would encourage them. So instead of all these simple words, encourage or strengthen, we use the term embolden. Okay, let's see some other examples. Alcohol commercials embolden teens to drink. Okay, and silence only emboldens criminals, or silence strengthens the criminals. So instead of using the term strengthen, we have replaced it with embolden. Okay, silence only emboldens criminals.
George Sr. was finding himself emboldened with power.
Kim, embolden them to revolt and...
He knows it. It's emboldened him.
China will be emboldened to trample...
Now this is one of my favorites. I love this word. Erudite. 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 What's the meaning? Its meaning is knowledgeable or well-educated. Okay? So erudite meaning well-educated or knowledgeable. Oftentimes we have to use the term educated or knowledgeable many times. Okay? So when you know when to use educated or knowledgeable, right? So use the term erudite instead of that. Simple words, knowledgeable. Okay, so it's an adjective. Okay, so you can use this term to describe about a person. Okay, he is a very erudite person instead of saying he is a knowledgeable person. Okay, so he is an erudite person. All right, so let's see some another examples which you can use in writing tasks too. Okay, watching the news and reading the newspapers are good ways to stay erudite on world events. Okay, to stay knowledgeable. Instead of using knowledgeable, we have used this term erudite. Okay, so watching the news and reading the newspapers are good ways to stay erudite on world events. Another example is a modern education offers full-on tech-bound classrooms, thereby creating a more erudite population. Okay, and then the noun form of this term is erudition. Erudition is the noun form. Okay, its meaning is education or knowledge. Okay, it's the noun form erudition. And an example sentence is, people appreciate Albert Einstein's erudition for structuring many scientific theories. Okay, so instead of Albert Einstein's education, we use the term erudition. Erudition. Erudition.
A very erudite gentleman.
Come on now, girl. You could teach me some real erudition, you know?
Our next term is exasperate. Exasperate. Its meaning is irritate, annoy. Okay, so let's see some example sentence. Alcohol has a tendency to exasperate already tense situations, so abstaining is usually a good way to go. Okay, so alcohol has a tendency to exasperate, right? So it has a tendency to irritate or annoy already tense situations, which means that it irritates or frustrates someone intensely, right? Deeply or intensely, it irritates someone. That emotion is known as exasperate. It's a verb. Okay, exasperate, verb. Its third form is exasperated. Exasperated. Okay, this futile process exasperates prison officers. Means this process irritates prison officers. Okay,
So exasperated!
so our next word is volatile. 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 Okay, its meaning is unstable, unpredictable, or fluctuating. Something that is unstable, something that is unpredictable, and that keeps on fluctuating. That is meant by volatile. Okay, It's an adjective, and let's see some of the example sentences to make it more clear for you. Okay, no one likes to hang out with him because of his volatile mood swings. Okay, so no one likes to hang out with him because of his unpredictable mood swings. So unpredictable or fluctuating, instead of that we use the term volatile mood swings, right? Let's see another one. The business takes advantage of the volatile choices of customers by changing its offers on a daily basis. Okay, volatile choices of customers means the fluctuating choices of customers, the changing choices of customers, right? So its noun form is volatility, okay, meaning unpredictability or fluctuation or liability to change rapidly, okay, especially for the words, that is, it has a negative implication, especially for the negative kind of fluctuations, negative kind of changes. We use the term volatility. Okay, so let's see an example. One, my mother discouraged me from investing in gold and silver because their prices showed a great amount of volatility.
Pubescent volatility? Don't you think? A lot of angst.
You are a volatile peoples, emotionally unstable.
The next word is affluent. Affluent, meaning rich, wealthy, or financially well off. Okay. So only affluent families. So it's an adjective, and let's see example sentences. Only affluent families could afford the top dollar price tags attached to the homes in that neighborhood. Means that only wealthy families could afford that expensive houses in this neighborhood. Okay, so instead of using rich or wealthy, you use the term affluent. Okay, this is a nice word. You know where to use rich and wealthy, so just replace those words with this term affluent. Okay, let's see another example. Technological revolution starts in affluent nations and eventually followed by developing countries. Affluent nations means that developed nations, or rich nations, or wealthy nations. Okay, so technological revolutions starts in affluent nations and eventually it is followed by developing countries. So remember the term affluent instead of rich or wealthy. Our word number 14 is detrimental. Detrimental. Its meaning is harmful, something that causes harm to you, or something that has a negative consequence, or bad, something that is bad. You say it is detrimental, it is harmful, it is hazardous, it is dangerous. In such situations, you use the term detrimental. Detrimental, okay? So recent policies have been detrimental to the interest of many old people. Or the new law will have detrimental influences on future tobacco use. Okay, detrimental influences means harmful influences. Okay, so use the term detrimental instead of harmful influences. Chemicals have a detrimental effect or impact on the environment. So you may be writing negative or poor or bad impact on the environment. Say for example, these chemicals have a bad effect on the environment. Instead of that, just use this term to make it more impressive. Okay, so these chemicals have a detrimental effect on the environment. Sometimes you have to write like this, that is, global warming will have a negative consequence on the environment. Okay, so we can write it like this, that is, the global warming will have a detrimental impact or effect on the environment. Okay, so detrimental means harmful or something that has a negative consequence. Our last word in this series is seismic shift. Okay, so before explaining this word, please do subscribe to IELTS with Seethal. Please click the bell icon so that you will get all my videos whenever I am putting new videos in my channel. Moving on to our last word, it is seismic shift. Seismic shift. Okay, so its meaning is a very big change or massive or fundamental change. Okay, so let's see some of the examples so that it will be clear to you. So the government's attitude to immigration has undergone a seismic shift in recent years, most likely as a result of the perceived job insecurity of the electorate. Okay, so it's a band 8 or 9 sentence actually. So here the government's attitude to immigration has undergone a seismic shift. In fact, it has undergone a dramatic change or a fundamental change. Instead of that, we have used the term seismic shift. Okay. Most likely as a result of the perceived job insecurity of the electorate. You can use this term in your writing task 1. Okay, when you have to describe about a change, a massive change, or something that is a big change, you can use this term. Okay, so the CBS TV has lowered its median age this season from 52 years to 50, a seismic shift in television terms. Means a big change in television terms. So instead of big change, we use the term seismic shift. Okay, seismic shift. Right, that's all for today, you guys. Keep watching this a couple of times, several times, many times. Okay, and learn all these words and try to use them in your essays so that you will get a band 7 or higher. Right, so thank you all. Bye.